Hey there Seekers, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot and to your weekly intuitive tarot reading. Just before we jump in, I want to say that last week was really epic for me. I reached a huge milestone because I launched the initiation, and that is my 4-week immersive Learn Tarot journey, and you can see a little bit of a demo of it right here. So it's been amazing to see some of you guys jump in and learn tarot with me. I'm so grateful for that. Don't forget that there is a special price through to the end of August if you want to take advantage of that. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram and on TikTok, guys. Those links are also down there, including the link to my website should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself. I am available for those and would love to read for you. So I am wishing you so much love and magic for the week ahead. Let's get over to your reading now. Hi there Sagittarius, this is going to be your weekly intuitive reading for August 16th through to the 22nd. Saggy, let's see what might be on the cards for you for the week. I'm getting started with the Work Your Light Oracle. We will then be heading across to the Moonchild Tarot, that's that beautiful white deck in the middle. And I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite and the Star Child Tarot for the tarot positions this week. Okay. Let's go. First one out was Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So priest or priestess, and this is really about leading from heart, leading from intuition, right? The real leadership in our lives is really done from head and heart, but not just from the head or the intellect, guys. Otherwise we can make decisions that are not truly in alignment with what the soul wants, what the heart wants. So you maybe are being called to step up, to step into a new journey here. And it's saying don't forget that intuitive energy. That's really important. If it feels good, then that's the green light to move forward. If it feels off, then it probably is. And I've got Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So you might be a light worker, you might be aware of that, you might be a starseed or having a starseed awakening. This really means that maybe you have another mission here in this incarnation on earth, and that is to help others with their awakening. Sometimes it's just by, being a happy, positive person, you hold that frequency and others, awaken or raise their vibration from being around you as well. So yeah, it's an interesting energy, guys. You can look into the concept of star seeds as well, because a lot of them do come from Pleiades, the Palladian star belt. Okay, let's get your focus energy here, Sag, from your the Moonchild Tarot here. One energy, please. One energy. There it goes. Okay. We've got, the Eight of Cups. And I've actually just had this for Aries, which is interesting. If you've got Aries in your chart as well, you might want to go and watch that also. Eight of Cups, guys, is an awakening to an area of your life that is just not delivering on an emotional level. It's not delivering happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, emotional connection. This could be in your partnerships, personal or professional. It could be in your job, it could be in the place that you're living in, and you felt that intuitively through that priest or priestess energy, and now you're stepping up and making changes. Maybe you've had an awakening to your spiritual nature, and now you are demanding that your life is more aligned, and that maybe your job is more aligned with who you are. Your relationship can be across so many different aspects and avenues, guys. So let's go to the tarot. I'm going to bring in, there it goes, guys. The bottom one here was coming into my hands as well. I've got, there's 3. 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the Sun. So this is an important decision, guys, in order to really move towards the 9th cup, the cup of wish fulfillment. We're going from the 8 to the 9. 7 of Wands, yeah, not easy. Can be a challenge when we sort of make these bold moves in our lives. Let's take the 5 of Wands there. I'm going to draw one more as well for that position. Aries. No, Sagittarius. My goodness, sorry. I'm actually still tuning into the fact that you guys had a very similar overarching energy where you had the same card here as Aries. So I do apologize about that. The Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Aries also had the Sun energy, guys. I'm seeing overlaps and correlations here. You might also be dealing with an Aries in your situation. Clarifying that combination, I've got the Star. Beautiful. That is Aquarian energy in the Major Arcana. Clarifying the Seven of Wands. I've got 2 in my hands. I've got the World, the Universe, it's called in this deck, and the Four of Wands. I have the sense of like the Sun is at the bottom. Fighting for happiness, it is coming in. I've got the Seven of Wands again from this deck and the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of energies here, guys. Okay, Saggy, so you will need to relate this to your personal situation. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone, and it can be across different life areas for all of you. But really what we're dealing in is a fight for happiness here and leaving behind a situation that has not been delivering that for you. There's a feeling of you being at the crossroads. You might be at a bit of a stalemate here. I just don't know what way to turn. I don't know what decision to make. Maybe you're weighing up multiple options here as well. What is going to be important, Saggy, is that you step up and lead this change and lead this decision and actually make a decision before the universe brings in the Tower moments. The Tower moments are, you know, when we have, ignored the tickle with a feather, right? The signs, the synchronicities, the intuitions that it's time to make a decision. We've stayed where we are out of universal flow, and then the universe brings in a big action to conspire to move us. So you've got an option here to make a decision. And when the Two of Swords comes in, Saggy, it's important for you to make a decision from head, which is the fact and logic, what we actually know about the situation, what we actually know would be good for us. Intuition, represented by the small moon here, the priest or priestess energy. But what we want to protect ourselves from, Sag, is emotions. When we make our decisions from an emotional place, we can make decisions because we're reacting, because we are trying to keep others happy, because maybe we're in fear. So we really want to feel into what is going to be best for you. And the cards are saying the decision really needs to be in alignment with really providing, a stepping into what you have tried to manifest and wish for. This is a power combination here. Like, we've got the earthly wish fulfillment card, the divine wish fulfillment card, and the Star. So you have a real opportunity here to really increase the vibration of your life, to move out of a darker time, to overcome a really big obstacle and be guided forward. You are being guided here. Trust the intuition, guys. Otherwise the Tower is going to come in and move you anyway. There's a sense here that, when you do make this transition, you're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to have this real feeling of contentment and satisfaction that comes with the Nine of Cups. The future is looking bright ahead in this new situation, and there's a real sense of manifesting the new, going through some kind of rebirth. There might be some healing involved with the Star. Often there is when we have to leave something behind. Sometimes we do need to sacrifice for the greater good. We need to let go of situations that are just not giving us what we desire. That is the energy of the Star, but we free ourselves up to be moved towards what truly does work for us. Now, in the current focus energy, Sag, we've got the Universe, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So the world or the universe is the last major arcana that says you've actually arrived at the end of a karmic lesson here. There's no more to really play out here, and it's about knowing when to flow with that energy, close doors that are already creaking shut, and step into the new. That's why it's a card of victory, because there's victory in knowing when to sow, when to reap, and when to release, guys. I see the Seven of Wands here. For me, this is the energy of being out of alignment. I talked about that before. For me, it's like that feeling of when we are going against the grain or against the current of our life. I feel like you've been kind of fighting to make something work that hasn't really fit. You've kept fighting. You've kept that, fire sign fight going, and it's really just time to lay down those wands, those swords, and just to surrender to endings that are happening here for you, because the Four of Wands says this is a milestone in you reaching that sense of happiness. The Four of Wands is about achieving happiness and abundance in your life, but sometimes we need to fight for the new, but maybe release what isn't working anymore. So that's what I'm seeing there, guys. If you are seeing the 11:11 on clocks and in other places, this is a real indication that you are being guided to close a huge karmic cycle, and that's because there's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there goes the World again, guys. Yeah, you're absolutely going through a big ending. This is divine timing for it to close. If we keep fighting, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, you can just really burn yourself out here, right? It's about living in struggle when we are walking a path that's no longer meant for us to walk, consuming our energy, ending up in challenge situations where we feel we need to defend ourselves all the time. That's what being out of flow feels like. And I believe that when we do stay out of flow long enough, generally the universe will step in, and that is the Tower energy. The Tower energy is when the universe conspires to remove us from situations that are not meant to be or are really detrimental to us. So it can feel like our life is being really shaken. It can feel chaotic, and it cannot make sense at the time necessarily. But it's sometimes not until we look back that we realize that that was a blessing in disguise, and that the Tower was an act of grace. Generally with the Tower, we want to let it fall, Saggy, because if we do try and rebuild it, we often end up going around for another cycle, right, the world, and ending up in the same place because deep down you knew that it was never going to work. So it's about letting it fall and going through the rebirth or the rebuild on the other side of that, because it is divine timing for a luck change and a shift and a new karmic cycle for you here. This previous karmic cycle could have been a 10-month or a 10-year cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Queen of Cups is saying, well, it's time for you to feel into heart, into intuition, and be guided by your instincts. Remain emotionally grounded as you really make your choices here. The Queen of Cups is also a card of Cancer, so you might be moving maybe towards or away from a Cancer. I mean, she holds the missing piece here, so there could be a Cancer energy. Somebody is really close to you, somebody who offers sound advice, a therapist, a counselor, someone who you can confide in, that really gives you that final push that you need, Saggy, to start closing the door, which then just moves that big universal wheel that in turn changes your luck, because this is divine timing and the energy is here for change. But you have free will, Sagittarius, so you can not make change if you want to. But I believe that's when the struggle starts, and when we feel like life is really challenging, and we do potentially open ourselves up to Tower energy. So life is really about feeling into the energy that's right for you and moving with your best karmic timeline, which means moving out of cycles that have completed and into the new, so that you can be exposed to your next karmic lesson. And that is how you grow and evolve. That is how your soul keeps on ascending, and that is what, Saggy, you are here for in this time right now. So I'm going to leave it there, Sag, and I hope you enjoyed this reading and then it gave you some guidance for the way forward. Keeping in mind it's a general reading for the collective and it can't possibly resonate for each and every one of you. Drop me a comment, guys, if you're called to share. I read every single one, and I respond to as many as I can over there as well. It's been a pleasure to read your cards, Saggy. I will see you back here for another one next week. Bye for now.